Well, 2 weeks later and you're still not happy. Yeah, I've made myself a lot of work here, haven't I? You know, I really miss doing this. I really miss doing this. Having done the recap last week, I didn't get to do a proper devlog, and I've got to admit, I really miss this devlog time. Now, if you didn't watch it, as I just said, I did a recap last week where I went through the first 50 episodes of the devlog and chose some of my favourite moments. In which, I edited 13 hours of footage down to less than 2 hours. My goal was like half an hour tops, maybe an hour. Definitely not nearly 2 hours. But I had a lot of fun, a lot of trips down memory lane. I really enjoyed it. I really wasn't expecting a lot of that video doing well. Recaps and kind of re-uploads never do well. But I think it did a lot better than I was expecting. So thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me. Less about what happened last week or in the last 50 episodes. Let's go into some of the new things this time round. Now, there's a very big special surprise, which I don't actually know when I want to talk about it. You know what? Let's talk about a rider that's been updated first. So over the last couple of months, we have been updating riders, going kind of from the oldest to the newest. We've been jumping ahead sometimes we've been doing extras, but for the most part we're going from old to new. Not intentionally, it's more the fact that the older stuff tends to have less in the tab. Less updating means we could get it done faster. We're not lazy, honestly. Pretend you didn't see this. So we got all of Showa done, other than this dude, but I'll come back and sort him out later. And we were working through Heisei with Kuga, Agito, Ryuki, Thighs, Blade. Hibiki still needs updating. Kobuto, Deno, Kiva. L has started working on updating Kiva. So you know what? Let's go through some of the updated forms. Now, we don't have many forms updated yet, but we have a few. So first off, we have the bog standard normal Kiva. Then we have Garu, Basha. He's actually got the 3D shoulder pad and the little fin on the arm. I just noticed that. That's amazing. And Dogga. Big shoulders on the Dogga. Notice there's an extra bit on the torso, so it sticks out a bit more as well. That's kind of cool. So, of course, if we've got the Kiva and the 4 bases, of course, we have to have Dokiba. It's Dokiba, isn't it? Dogabaki. Dokabaki? Burn it. But whilst I've got Kiva on, might as well show off the little thing that's been worked on. Over the last year or so, possibly even longer, we've been debating doing something. Now, this extra little thing is going to potentially add a lot of potential options for the mod, but it was something I kind of didn't want to do because it kind of felt wrong. But I decided, you know what, we would do it. Everybody wants it. Even me, I was reluctant just because, as I said, it felt a bit wrong. But we did it anyway. Now, what is it I am talking about? When you install Kamen Rider Craft currently, you need to install a mod called GeckoLib. The main reason for this is we use the GeckoLib renderer for all of the armor, because I couldn't work out a way of doing that better than the way GeckoLib implements it. Why am I bringing this up? Well, we have added an additional mod. So yes, now you have to download 2 mods to run this mod. What is that other mod that I added? Well, it's a mod that goes by the name of player animations. Essentially, this allows us to add animations that affect the player. Now, you might know a lot of the other Kamen Rider mods do already use this, but I was kind of reluctant to do it because, as I said, I don't like the idea of you having to download a bunch of mods just to play one. Eventually, you'll need a mod pack to run this mod. But unfortunately, we couldn't come up with a better system to do these things without that mod. So you know what? We did it. I rambled a bit there. I've rambled a lot. I've rambled a lot. But what does this mean? This means you can pose. Now, there's going to be unique poses for a lot of the forms. Some of it's definitely early and works in progresses. But eventually, we are going to slowly go through and add a whole bunch of forms. Now, of course, some riders were never associated with a pose, so they kind of don't make sense to give a pose. But we are planning to give a lot of riders poses. Now, are we just doing this for poses? No. Poses are kind of like our first kind of experiment to see what is or is not possible. Because in theory, we can use this to improve things like rider kicks. We can use this for abilities, as well as we could do things like trigger this animation whilst transforming, allowing us to do this kind of stuff. Now, I just hit the pose key as I was transforming that time. It's not actually set up to do it, but it is now kind of possible. So combining this with the code that I come up with for Wizard, we could actually do a potential lot. That's ultimately the reason why I decided maybe it's okay, we need another mod. And we have Blurtle to thank for setting this up. Thank you, Blurtle. It's actually nice having somebody on the team that at least has a better idea of coding than me. Because, let's face it, I'm not really the most knowledgeable. Now, in the last proper devlog, I told you I started updating O's. Well, we got a few new forms, so let's go through them. Oh, and if you're wondering, yeah, that's cool. So previously we had the Tatoba combo, the Ratorata combo, the Gatakiriba combo, as well as we had the Panda medal. And that was it. That's all I had updated. Well, now we have Cajador, complete with wings. And I updated it to glide as well. We also have Sai, Gorilla, and Zo for Sagozo. Sagozo! Sach, Unagi, Taco for Shelter. Shelter. Shelter, as well as Putella, Pelicera, and Turano. Pututera. I don't know if I like having those gaps either side of the head. Might have to come back in and edit this. Don't even know if people can tell that there's gaps there. I mean, you can kind of see Deno through the gap now. I mean, technically there shouldn't be any issue because, well, this is just the way these heads look already. Look, that gap there. So I think it's accurate to how Minecraft does it. But I might still add something to fill in that gap because that's kind of annoying me. Ututera looks absolutely amazing amongst all of these. Come on, this has got to be worth a like. Additionally, if you look at Pututera, the little capey bits on the back, as well as the side skirts, I added them as part of the cape code. So they move. I love the fact that we keep on adding little new things that take advantage of some of the older code that we've added. And each of these forms also have a unique pose. I'm not going to go through all of them because that will make this video stupidly long. You ever have one of those moments where you see something and then you just can't unsee it? Yeah, I added these shoulder bits, the shoulder spikes on it. I kept them purposely simple to match the Minecraft vibey feel things. I can't see them without seeing Minecraft torches now. I have cursed you to see Minecraft torches on Pututella from this point onwards. I have also updated Tamashi. Yeah, this is never going to get old, is it? As well as the Kangaroo medal. It also has the legs. Say what you want, but I absolutely love how these are turning out, especially with the combo matches. You're wondering, all of these combos are actually based on things. Now that's everything for O's, but that's not everything for O's, as Andrew has updated Kamen Rider Aqua for me. It is Aqua. People thinking it's Ocean or Abyss or something. It's Aqua. It is Aqua. I'm not a fake fan. I don't even know if this has a pose yet. You called that a pose? But Aqua isn't the only thing Andrew has done. We've also got another Kabuto and another Den-O. These look insanely cool. And yes, we ended up with those two because Andrew was the one that updated Den-O and Kabuto. So I was like, okay, you've got to do those two as well. Wait. Does that mean I have to update O's? Wait. Does that mean I have to do Cougar? Oh no. At least I don't have to do Blade. Blit'll do Blade. The most unfortunate thing about the Another Riders is that now that we're starting to update our kind of texture styles, the old ones are really looking old and outdated and kind of terrible. So yeah, we're gonna have to come back and update these at some point. Especially this dude. I mean, what is even going on with this dude? But seeing as I am talking about things that other people on the mod team has done, I might as well talk about something Axos has done. You know what? Let's have Axos explain.
Hello, my name is Axos. You might know me from especially the Kamen Rider Craft City Dimension buildings. I've also done some streams. Haven't been able to lately, sadly, due to network issues with my apartment. But I want to tell you about this new structure feature that we have added to the mod. This is ruins. This is one variety of ruins that you'll now be able to find around your world. There are currently 6 different variants of this structure. 3 of them you can find in your typical temperate and warm biomes with vegetation, and 3 variants that you can find in dry biomes such as deserts and savannas and badlands. These come in a few different varieties. This is the most basic one, I would say, that you can find. It's just a simple little brick wall, kind of hard to spot from the air if you're flying over forests, but should be fairly easy to see when you're walking along the ground. These will generate fairly regularly around your world in their different varieties. Now, what are these for? Well, quite simply, you'll see that they have some suspicious gravel around them. All of them will have either suspicious gravel or sand, and some of them will also have a barrel or chest. The loot you can get from these, as you can see in this particular one, it's randomly generated using a loot table. In this one you can see we have Rouse cards from Kamen Rider Blade, as well as unknown wizard rings, specifically the beast rings. So this will be a new way for you to be able to get those fairly hard to get resources. In the suspicious gravel, you'll also be able to find stuff like certain addon. Looks like we got 2 addons in this one. And also more unknown beast rings, as well as some other, got a driver on there, as well as some other items from other series as well. There are, as I said, a few different ones of these. I'll show you another one. Here you can see another one of the ruin structures. So when you load up the new version, once that releases, keep your eyes peeled and look for something different. Of course, you will have to generate new chunks in order to get these structures spawning. Thank you for watching, subscribe to Kelco, and I'll see you again soon.
And that wasn't the only thing Axos has done. After he had recorded that, we ended up getting a new villager type. We got... Where are you going? Nobody is interested. Look. Oh, there we go. It's my first time seeing it in game. Yeah, that is hilarious. We did the right thing there. If you don't know, for absolutely ages, I have been wanting to add a new villager type called a collector. The main reason for this is, well, the Gashapon machine. Throughout certain times of the year, we give out special Gashapon balls, which is the Halloween one and the Valentine's one. As well as we have the gift at Christmas. But I've never really liked the idea of having things that are exclusive to certain times of the year. I kind of like the idea of having things that are easier to get though at certain times of the year. So essentially this collector was always going to be the way that you can obtain these any other time of the year. Now if you can't tell, he's put Riderman's helmet on. I suggested this. Axo straight away said, but that's going to be a long helmet. It's going to have to be stretched and deformed to fit his head because they've got long foreheads. I said, don't bother. Just put it on. Doesn't matter if the eyes match up or anything. And I think it turned out kind of hilarious. What do you think? Was this the right call? So let's go through some of the trades this guy has. First off, we have the gift and the Gashapon ball. Let's grab some emeralds, grab some gifts. You're going to level up. Probably worth placing a few more of these and getting a few more job blocks going. What else you got? The Ore Spectre icon and the Toysosaurus Vice Stamp. Essentially making them both obtainable because previously they were neither obtainable. Okay, what have you got? You got the Riderman helmet and then the normal Gashapon ball. The idea with putting the normal Gashapon ball in here is it makes it obtainable all year round. Because of course, whenever we've got the events on, you can't get the normal Gashapon ball. So this means you can get it even if there's an event on. And for the additional trades, we ended up getting a chair and a bicycle on this one. There we go. There's the Halloween and the Valentine's Gashapon balls. I've run out of emeralds. And then for the final level of this, we've got some extra little things. These are the colour variants. Now, if you don't know, some of the riders have unique colour variants forms, which were prized toy exclusives. Now, previously, none of these were obtainable, and I've always wanted to have a way of making them obtainable. So, seeing as this guy is a toy collector, and these are toy exclusive forms, I figured that's going to be the best place to put them. Now, of course, these forms are on par with a final form, so we made it so you need the final form item to trade for it. So this one's, yeah, got the Kiva and then the Black Survive. Where's the other dude gone? I'm going to be finding villagers for years. There's a baby! The SIC Hero Saga book. That's going to make that a lot easier to get. Oh, the other one's come back. And this one ended up having the Gold Phiz mission memory. This one also had the Gold Phiz. You get the point, it unlocks a whole bunch of new forms that weren't previously obtainable. But Axos wasn't the only one wanting to do a little extra bit for this devlog. Hosif also wanted to record something, so over to Hosif.
Devlog time! Always wanted to say that. Hello everyone, Hosif here. This is not about the discs, I would just like to say first of all.
Since last year, I've become a fully fledged dev, adding a range of items, riders, a bunch of retextures, you name it. I don't plan on stopping during the discs anytime soon, and I have seen all your suggestions. So stop asking! I'm just kidding, keep your suggestions coming in. But I would like to introduce the latest additions to that list. Cyborg Soldiers levels 3 and 2. Kelco, maybe put this here. Yes, Cyborg Soldiers levels 3 and 2 were the main bad guys of Shin Kamen Rider Prologue, aka the guy that got set on fire and the guy whose head got ripped off by Shin. They're also right behind me, aren't they? They are of course also craftable. The Shin Stone plus an empty vial gives you this cell sample, and using this cell sample and a stupid crafting recipe that I gave it, you can also make a Cyborg Soldier level 2 core. Back this. They also work as belts with the usual crafting recipes. So I hope you'll be looking forward to the next update. What are you doing?
I don't know how Hosif is ending this. I'm actually recording this before I get sent the video. But it should be these two. Level up. Yeah, I find this hilarious. It's level 2. Now, I said this last time round, but I am incredibly grateful for all of your guys' support. The fact that we are now over 50 devlogs, because now we are at 51. As of today, we're at 51. So we're now officially over 50 devlogs. It is incredible. This feeling, the overwhelming support. Thank you, all of you guys. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Now, there's a few other little things that have been worked on, but I'm gonna leave them for a future devlog, just so we have a bit more time to work on them. Do you think you're a Geets or something, mate? Yeah, I'm gonna be finding these guys for years, aren't I? Till next time, goodbye. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this just constantly from now on, aren't I?